Welcome to another edition of Shane in the Fast Lane on Schuck's Truck, brought to you by Shottenkirk Toyota. We got some state champs on the tailgate with me here in Palmyra, the Class 2 Boys Golf State Champions, the Palmyra Panthers. We have Abram Getz, Jonas Janes, Tony White, Skeeter Krager, the champs at Sedalia Golf Club by one stroke over their Clarence Cannon Conference rivals, go figure, South Shelby. Abram, we'll start with you since you're right next to me. Just tell me what this whole experience has been like. I know it was kind of a redemption tour for you guys in a sense.
Yeah, it was great. It was a lot of fun. We had a great time just hanging out in the hotel, doing some shenanigans.
I know you guys had a nice steak dinner afterwards
yeah.
too. How was it,
Yeah.
gentlemen? I'll ask each of you how that was.
It was pretty nice.
I know you guys tried not to look at the leaderboard throughout the whole thing, but Tony, you were the first one to finish, and that's when you kind of started to realize what was going on. Just kind of what's going through your head in that moment where you realized,
I was just standing there. I was like, oh, okay, well, I'm done. If everybody else finishes the way that I know they can, then we have a chance of winning this thing.
And Skeeter, you shot the best round on Tuesday, and just take me through your round. And I know you've been here the last finish too. What's going through your head on 18 when you probably realized you guys were pretty close. Actually, you realize exactly where you were, but just kind of what's going through your head there on 18?
Actually, on 17 is whenever I really knew how we were doing, because one of my playing partners was on their phone, and I asked him, I was like, so how's it going? And he was like, well, you guys are winning just by a little bit. So I was like, all right. Actually, his coach was telling me, he was like, just get pars. Pars are birdies right now. So I was like, all right. So then I went down, like, I'm like, par, finish it up.
And Jonas, you didn't have the greatest second round, but you still finished pretty high up on the leaderboard, and you were in the top 10 last year. What have these last couple of years just been like playing so well down at state?
It's kind of been a up and down adventure for me at state, but I tend to play better on the first day. So.
And speaking of first days, you guys had an 8-shot lead. I mean, that is long gone. You guys forgot about that, I'm sure.
Yeah.
But you had an 8-shot lead last year, and it wasn't the greatest second day. So you guys finished third. How good does it feel to finish the deal this time? This is for anybody who wants to answer. To actually finish the deal this time and bring home this nice piece of hardware here.
Feels real good. It's a big relief.
Yeah.
It was a relief. I think actually after the first day, I told him, it's like we were in this position last year. Let's not mess it up again.
And you had South Shelby right on your heels too.
Right there with us the whole time.
Yeah, we talked at districts about how loaded that district was, and go figure, you and South Shelby are the top two in the state. So how cool is it that kind of, Northeast Missouri kind of represented in the Clarence Cannon Conference when you guys are hop, skip, and a jump away from each other, that you guys were the top two teams at state? That's pretty impressive.
It's pretty cool, especially just beating South.
You guys have been in tight all year. I mean, every time you guys play, you tied at districts, you're within a couple shots almost every time. Well, what was that battle like on the second day, Skeeter? I don't know, I guess pose that question to you.
What was the battle like?
Yeah, with South Shelby and kind of knowing they were kind of right on your heels.
It was tough, but I knew they were there. I knew they were there the whole time. So
You just use that as fuel in a sense.
yeah, I was kind of like, I don't really want them to beat us again, so I'll just try my hardest.
And back to the steak dinner. Where was this? What restaurant did you guys go to?
Colton's.
Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one. So I'll ask you, how do each of you guys like your steak? Medium well.
Medium rare.
Rare.
Medium rare.
Okay, so we got a little bit of a mixed bag here. Medium well good. Just a tiny bit of pink. You get a baked potato or mashed potato on the side, It tasted a little bit extra. Was that the best steak? I know steak dinner's always nice. Was that the best steak dinner you left?
Yeah, it was very nice.
Good experience.
What was it like at school when people kind of people know the news and coming up to you?
Yeah, but it was nice. It was nice after. I got a lot of text messages
wish you could have come back to school?
Yeah, it would be pretty fun to come back. Yeah. See everybody.
Especially after some of the crap we got from some of our classmates after jumping it away last year.
Well, you can rub in that. You can let it soak in all summer, and then when you come back in the fall, say, oh yeah, remember what we did. And at least for the guys that are coming back. Just thoughts on this year overall. It's been just kind of, I'm sure, just a whirlwind. You probably haven't had much time to process everything that's happened. But just how much will this year kind of stand out when you guys look back on, 10, 15, 20 years from now?
That'd be great. I mean, we'll always get to remember one state as a team. I mean, not many people get to say that. So it's a wonderful experience. Maybe we'll get it done next year. Just never know.
Jones?
I think it's probably going to stick with me for the rest of my life. Especially it's the last high school team I wanted to play, so getting to walk away with a win, it's always great. So,
It's good to feel a couple more cracks in this thing.
Yeah, I got one more crack at it, so I'm hoping we walk away with another one next year.
Tony?
Yeah, I'm the same thing. I'm just hoping we can maybe get back and get 2 in a row.
Yeah, well, could have possibly been 3 in a row, but we'll forget about that. Hey, you've had at least you've had a lead at some point at state 2 years in a row. Not many.
Yeah.
I mean,
That's fair.
that's the top three finish at state too. So you guys want to lift the trophy? Am I allowed to touch it? Is it-
Yeah, go right ahead.
Here you go, guys. Class 2 boys golf state champions, the Palmyra Panthers. This has been Shane in the Fast Lane on Schuck's Truck, brought to you by Shottenkirk Toyota.